Define the following: exocrine gland, endocrine gland, hormones. So students, here we have three terms. So let us learn the definition of each. The first one is exocrine glands. So these are the glands which release their secretion into the ducts and they are known as exocrine glands. So there are certain glands in our body. So they release their secretions into the duct, not directly into the blood. So for example, let us consider the pancreatic gland over here. Now this pancreatic gland has its duct, the pancreatic duct, and it releases its secretion, that is the pancreatic juice, into the pancreatic duct, and finally it will be released into the small intestine. So such a glands which release their secretion into the duct are called exocrine glands. Other examples are salivary glands, which is situated in the mouth, liver, which we can see here, it has got the bile duct, pancreas, what we learned now, the sebaceous gland in the skin. So all these are the examples for the exocrine gland. Now the next one is the endocrine glands. So these glands, they do not discharge or release their secretion into the ducts, but they release their secretion into the blood directly. So such a gland is called endocrine glands. So for example, so we can observe here, these are the thyroid glands, the adrenal glands, parathyroid glands. So these glands release their secretion into the blood. Through the blood, it reaches the target organ, and the secretions are nothing but the hormones. So other examples includes pituitary gland, the ovaries, etc. The next one is the hormone. So let us learn the definition of hormones. So previously we learned the endocrine glands. So they release their secretion into the bloodstream, and these secretions are nothing but the hormones. So these hormones are chemical messengers. They regulate physiological processes in living organisms. So we can observe here, the hormones are released into the bloodstream, and on the target cells there are specific receptors. So these hormones bind to the target cells and convey the message over there and can bring about a physiological change in that cell. So such a chemical messengers are called hormones. They are secreted by the endocrine glands and they bind to a target cell, tissue or organ by the receptors which is present over it. So these were the definitions of exocrine, endocrine gland and hormones. So exocrine glands are those which release their secretion into the duct. Endocrine glands are those which do not release their secretion into the duct directly. They release it in the bloodstream. And hormones are chemical messengers. They regulate physiological processes in living organisms and they act upon the target cells by binding to the specific receptors and bring about the changes.